very quickly going to start the video now. Pedro and I are about to head out to an arena hire, just the normal school that we hire on a livery yard quite close by. But yeah, I'm excited. He has on his new travel boots. They are Protec Master Silver Aid wraps. They're like sort of stable wraps or whatever, but you can use them for travel. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, so I'm just waiting on our lift, but she should be here soon. Yeah, excitement is what I'm feeling. A little bit of been reminding myself this morning that excitement and fear show up in the same way. So I've kind of had to remind myself that, talking fast because breath is going because of all of this, but I'll take a moment and calm down. Definitely do a bit of groundwork with him before I get on, for myself rather than for him. And then we'll see how we go. Maybe try some canter. I had hoped to be able to do an audio lesson today, but I want to film with my Pivo on my phone, which I'm on just now, and my other phone does not seem to be charging. That's my old phone, and it's been plugged in for about 2 hours and it's not charging. So I won't be able to do an audio lesson, but I have listened to it already, so I know kind of, oh my gosh, it's just switched on. Typical. Oh, well, it's not, I can't do it now. Typical. Right, anyway, I listened to the audio lesson, so I know kind of what is in it and the different exercises and things. So I've got a little bit of a plan in my head, which is more than I had this morning. Right, I'm going to go and check because she should be here now.
There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
We'll see what it does.
I thought I would do a voiceover just to explain a little bit of what I'm doing. As I said, I was going to have done this lesson, it's called a ride-along podcast. It's from Amelia Newcomb. She's an American dressage rider. She has a program called Strides with Amelia, and every month there's like a different topic and a ride-along podcast. And April's, when this was filmed, it was all about the aids. Plus, I also knew I wanted to focus on suppleness in this session, so we did a bit of a mix of the two. I'd listened to about half of the podcast before this day, so I kind of knew a little bit of what some of the exercises were and a little bit of a few of the things that I needed to focus on. He had a little spook at the door here as we walked past, so I just turned it back so he could have a look and see what was going on. There was actually someone in the stable. I think they were getting their horse ready to go for a ride. You can see her there, and he just wasn't sure what was going on, so we stopped, had a wee look, had a wee chat with the lady, and then turned and continued on our merry way. One of the first exercises was to do these random turns where you just pick a point in the school, so not a marker, not anything specific like that. You just would be walking along and then you go, right, we're going to turn now. And it was just to get thinking about using your outside turning aids, getting your horse to listen to those aids, be a bit quicker off them. Yeah, and if I remember rightly from this session, he was, you can see there, he's not got much bend. He was stiffer turning to the right than he was turning to the left. Yeah, I put a note on my phone about it just so I could kind of keep a track, as I feel sometimes the side he's stiffer on swaps, like he's not always stiff to the right, sometimes it's the left, and I just wanted to make a note of it so I could kind of keep track of that, and I have kind of sort of kept track of it in my horse organizer journal as well, as we've been riding a bit more at home. think we're doing a bit. Yeah, we're doing a bit of stretching. I think we were trying to do a bit of free walk. It's not our best move, but yeah, he's actually walking. Looks like he's walking out quite well, which I didn't really remember from like riding. I didn't remember, but yeah, no, he looks like he's walking out nicely, which is good. It's nice to see. I have no idea what I'm doing there, but he's definitely fallen out through his right shoulder there. Are we on a circle? I think we're maybe on a circle, but he's drifting through that right shoulder. This next exercise, you rode up the long side, got to your E or your B marker, then you do a half 10-meter circle to X, and then walk straight back towards the track to your KH, whatever marker it was, I can't remember. But yeah, you walk straight back to the track there. Again, it's about using those outside turning aids, it's suppleness, bend, all those fun things. And yeah, you can see to the right he's not really got a huge amount of bend to the right, so that was obviously our stiff side that day. Also, by the way, if you're hearing any squeaking in the background, it's actually my shutters. I'm in my bedroom doing this, and my shutters are closed and they're squeaking a bit in the wind. So I was just throwing in some different bending and turning lines every so often. I think we're doing a couple of like half 10-meter circles here, and I was doing some circles and things just to sort of keep changing things up, so I wasn't doing the same thing over and over again. I attempted to do this exercise that I'd seen on Horse and Country one time. It's like circles that you're like constantly changing direction on, and I couldn't get my head around it. I couldn't remember how to do it, so I kind of gave up on that one. And we're up into trot. I actually didn't canter in this session. I know I'd said at the beginning that I'd wanted to canter, but I kind of chickened out of it. But we did good walk and trot work, so I'm not that fussed that we didn't canter. We have cantered since, so yeah, it's all good. It's all good. He's looking quite nice and forward here, I think. Are we about to do the half 10? We are. So we're doing, in trot, we're doing the half 10-meter circle and then straight back to the track. think we're doing transitions here. And a little bit of sit and trot. I always like to try and practice a little bit of sit and trot as well, because I'm quite bouncy in it. So yeah, this is just making sure he's nice and off the aids, listening to me, trying to stay a bit soft, which obviously is hard for him when I'm bouncing about, but you know, I'm not going to be able to sit the trot if I don't practice it, and we only ever do it for a few strides at a time at the moment. Although I do think I'm getting better. I do think I'm getting better at it as time is going on. We're just cooling down here, and I thought, yeah, for a little play, just to play around, that I would try and get him to turn using only my legs. So we're on the centre line. I'm obviously here wanting him to go right. I managed to get him to go right, but then not fully all the way around into a circle to go the other direction. But yeah, it was just having a bit of a play at the end. Pats for the good boy, and heaving myself off. After we finished, I decided to do a bit of groundwork. I actually hadn't bothered to do any before I got on. I kind of forgot to do any when I got on. I was feeling a bit kind of anxious and just wanted to get going. So this is just getting him to follow the feel of the rein. I just run my hand down the rein and then ask him to follow it round. Obviously this is going to the right. You can see he's taking his time. He's like stiffer and a bit more reluctant to turn his head round to the right. You'll see in a minute when I change the rein, when I go on to the other side, and when we go to the left, you'll see the difference when we go to the left. And round he comes straight away. Yeah, so clearly we're finding flexing round to the right harder than flexing to the left that day. Then this one is you get them to go round on a circle around you, and then you flex your head to the inside and ask the inside hind to step over and under. This has taken me years to coordinate myself to. I had a tendency to step backwards at first, and you're meant to be stepping into them to move them away from you, and yeah, it's taken a long time to be able to do that, but that was our schooling session.